Ladies and gentlemen, I've got 6 o'clock straight up. We'll bring our meeting to order. At this point in time, Ms. James, would you please call the roll of the City Council?
Honorable Mayor Pro Tem James Whitmore.
Present.
Honorable Linda J. Davis.
Present.
Honorable Alex Heath.
Present.
Honorable Samantha Hudson.
Present.
Honorable Hattie Portis Jones.
Present.
Honorable Ulysses J. Smallwood.
Present.
Mr. Mayor, they're all present.
Thank you so much. We'll go to our first agenda item.
First item is to adopt a planter student presentation from Global Impact Academy.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and City Council members. It's my pleasure to introduce you tonight to Dr. Andrea Pruitt and the students of Global Impact Academy who participated in our Adopt a Planter program. This program was held in conjunction with their Student Garden Club to design planters for their school to donate to our downtown historic district. The program highlights student civic responsibility during Georgia Cities Week, which takes place from April 21st through April 27th. And commemorates Earth Day, raising awareness of a healthier planet through greater connections to nature. And so at this time, I will ask Dr. Pruitt to join me and move forward with the presentation.
Good afternoon, Mayor and City Council members. Thank you for having us again here for the Adopt a Planter initiative. And I also would like to give recognition to Ms. Boyd, who is actually the chair of Global Impact's Gardening Club. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the students because this is their project that they've worked on for about a year now. And so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn over to Christina Jordan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Christina Jordan, like Dr. Pruitt said. I'm a high school senior and the founder of the GIA Garden Club. Last school year, the entire Global Impact Academy student body was charged with the Adopt a Planter project. But because of a bunch of different stuff that was happening at the school at the time, we weren't able to do anything. However, this school year, the Garden Club decided to take up the mantle and go ahead and complete the project.
Pull your mic down.
That better?
Yes.
Great. We went through many stages of design, which everybody here who's part of the club will go through. We had to whittle down our designs, we had to budget, put them all together. These are just our prototypes. We're hoping that we can get them developed and into the community, which is our final goal. But the planters that we've designed, we hope to provide natural beauty to the community, plus just give better air quality, climate change, and all of those sorts of different things. So I'll now hand it off to my friend and co-leader, Jessica, so that she can talk some more.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Like Christina said, my name is Jessica. I'm co-leader of the GIA Garden Club, and I'll be talking about our ideation process. Basically, with ideation, it was nothing hands-on yet. It was what ideas do we have for the garden club, and how are we going to beautify Fairburn? And so basically during this process, we didn't want to spend money yet because we just want to see what all we had in mind. And so we thought of different things that would work well with the planters and Fairburn itself, and how could we make these pots connect with Fairburn in general. And so we was going over what designs we want. Do we want to be modern? Do we want it to attract teens? Tourism, what all in mind did we have for Fairburn? And as you can see with our final design, this is what we did come up with. But the whole ideation process really just design, and it was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole step, because I just love just coming up with different ideas. So now I'm handing it over to my friend, who will now be talking about our final design process.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am Dakari Rucker, and I will be talking about our final design process. So as you can see before you, we have 3 final designs, one striped, one Aztec design, and one floral design. These were designed by our colleague and my personal best friend, Ariane Johnson, who unfortunately could not make it tonight, but she's here in spirit. We have been working on this design since October, and it's been a long, strenuous process, but I believe that we are all excited to show you what we've made, and we are proud of it. And now I will hand it over back to Christina.
So the next step of our process after we finalized our designs was to create a budget for what it would take to actually prototype. So we had to go into Amazon and scour Google and everywhere to figure out the best price and the best product that we could use to actually get to this stage. So we took our designs, once everything got in, we took our designs and we actually started to prototype. And I'll hand it over to Josh to tell us a little bit more about what happened after we got the products.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry. Hello, Honorable Council. My name is Joshua Edmonds, and with these beautiful planters that the Garden Club and myself helped to design, we after our ideation stage, we had to try and make it come to fruition. So we got our best artists and Ariane Johnson, as Dakari had said earlier, and we came up with some designs that we felt would kind of capture what we think Fairburn should be in the future and now. We have these smaller designs that we came up with first. These were probably the easiest part because we didn't really need to get much for them. And then after we did that, we started on our design on these larger pots, which were mostly how we wanted them in the beginning. So I think we can all say that they were a great success. So now I'll hand it back over to Christina.
Okay. And now that we have our prototypes, we're just wanting to present to you guys in hopes that you will like them and we can turn them into something that can actually be implemented in the community. Thank you.
Members of council, is there any more staff or anyone needs to add to that before I ask councilors if they had any questions? Go ahead, sir.
Mayor, I just want to congratulate these intelligent, smart, young students that are here this evening. So often the images in media of young black teenagers is something very different. And to be here and to see how intelligent they are, what a wonderful job they've done is a real blessing. And I want to thank the teachers and the staff. They are the best of us, and I'm proud to have them here this evening.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Chris.
And I would just like to say thank you to Ms. Sylvia Abernathy. The Adopt a Planner idea came out of our biweekly meetings. And so she had the vision to incorporate our global impact students just so that they are part of our historic downtown. So I definitely want to thank her efforts in seeing this through and putting this together for what you see before you.
Okay.
Mayor,
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
I
sir.
think that young man had more.
He had one more thing.
Joshua.
Oh, I apologize.
Could you advance the slide? Here are some of our pictures that we had of our first prototypes, and could you? So now I would like to ask if any of the Honorable Council and Mr. Mayor have any questions for us.
Sorry. Is there any member of council? Go ahead. I'll start with Ms. Davis. Anyone?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I would just like to give a shout out to you, Joshua Edmonds. Your mom just texted me and told me that you were going to be here today. She is on one of our boards, Janine Edmonds. So, so congratulations to you. Congratulations to the group. I'm just so inspired that our young people are interested in flowers and planters and creating things. What have you learned at Global Impact Academy that either drove you to this or helped you to accomplish what you have, which the planters are gorgeous?
Well, I can't really speak for everyone else because we've all learned different things, but I learned that like the shapes of planters were actually a lot different from how I originally perceived them. And I guess, do you want all of us to answer this question?
No, those that may want to, yeah.
And here's Jessica.
So basically, Global, as everyone know, we're like, as in its name, it's called Global Impact Academy. How can we make an impact on our community, and how can we use STEM? And how can we use the idea of STEM to make an impact? And I thought the whole idea of like adopt a planner was cool because like not a lot of people would think of that. Like, yeah, we have HOSA for medical. Yeah, we have TSA for technology, FBLA for business. But there's other things that you can also make an impact on the community, like with plants. And like HOSA, TSA, FBLA, we all need plants to breathe. And so just the idea of let's make a garden for our community and how can we implement the idea of technology into that, I thought it worked perfectly. And then again, our school, it is a new school. So, you know, how can we like put our name in this community in like a positive aspect in ways that it can help others and not just us. So I thought it worked perfect for us.
Awesome, awesome. Anyone else? Yes.
Okay, so there's been a minor mishap with one of our students that's supposed to come, so I was just okay. So I actually started the garden and garden club at Global when I was a freshman, just so that we could have things like this for the students at school plus the community as a whole. And so seeing it all happen come full circle and seeing all my friends be able to come up here and talk about the planters that we worked so hard to get to this point with, it's very inspiring and also helps me know as I head into college, I can do these things and I can help my friends and also they can help me do these things.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Mr. Smallwood?
Yes, I don't have any questions. I just have comments and encouragement. It's just so awesome to see you all, lifetime educator as well as former Fulton County educator. I'm just always glad to see the Fulton County students showing up and showing out. I also want to, of course, the ladies were awesome, but I'm also happy to see the young men out here today too, because a lot of times in these situations, formats, it tends to be a lot of the young ladies, but I'm really excited that it is a diverse group today. And I was just so impressed. I also like how you guys just presented, you know, you're doing a great job with them at the school, and they're so natural. That's what I like as well too. You're authentically yourselves. So that's all I wanted to say, just encourage you guys to keep going.
Anyone else? Mr. Heath, go ahead.
I just want to say that I am very impressed with the design of your pots and the plants that you selected. They're beautiful. And I know that tender love and care is what you got to give these plants. and I can just vision from each of you that you do present that. And I just want to say that I appreciate that, and the fact that you're doing it for Fairburn, I mean, that really says volumes to me. And thank y'all for your hard work. Thank you.
Ms. Hudson, go ahead.
This is extremely special for me today for many reasons, but I only will state two. You guys here in STEM with my teacher friend, my coworker, Kilo Boyd, Miss Boyd, wave your hand. It is such a pleasure and a delight, and to see you guys walk through those steps, and I can smile because I worked as her co-teacher in the classroom with her, and I know her passion for science and STEM for students. And I know that you guys were really challenged in this project to put your very best, because Ms. Boyd is not going to accept anything less. And so it's a very special moment to see this. I think if I ask a question, because you guys did all the work, how can we help you advance this program?
So I personally think that it would be great if we could get some funding so we can start to put these in the community. But that's just what I think. I think I should give it over to Christina, since she's the one who organized this.
Smart man.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just your support is more than enough, but also funding, yes. We have kind of struggled to even get interest to help better the garden past when we first put it out there. The club was created to give the students an opportunity to work in the garden. And that hasn't really happened as much as we probably would have liked because of lack of funding, lack of interest from the school admin and everything. So funding, and just support. We have the support, but just the funding plus the resources needed to get these planters out into the community.
Good, and I want to help you, and this is how I'm going to help you. Now that you have identified what your need is, so you can go back with your English teachers and with your science, biology teachers, and write a proposal to this governing body and to our general public, the community as well. I think you are on to something, and I can see those colorful pots coming down 29, standing out as the gateway to global impact. That's the impact that I heard. Each one of you students talked about impact. And in order to get impact, now you go to the second level. You did your presentation, you came before this council, and you told us what you needed. Now, take us exactly at that ask and put that request in writing. And make sure you get your community involved as well. I'm on board.
Awesome.
Ms. Jones, go ahead.
I want to echo the comments of Councilwoman Hudson. I was thinking along the exact same lines. And when I saw item number 4 about budgeting, that's what I thought you were going to present to us. I do ask that you develop the proposal as was asked by Councilwoman Hudson to include selling of the pots to the community. I think there would be a wide interest in buying the pots for our own personal use, and I would do that. And I also just want to say congratulations to you guys, and thank you so much for taking the initiative, for bringing the idea to us. You've gone beyond the walls of global impact to bring the idea. Fairburn has a community garden over in the Lightning area. So I'd like to see some way that we could connect those two items together to include that community as well as the entire community. And then lastly, I want to say that not only did you guys do STEM, but you also did STEAM, because you included the art, the A, in STEAM as part of your project as well. And I truly appreciate that. So again, if you could tell me the 3 designs of the pots. Aztec was one.
Aztec, floral, and then the last one was. I'll have Dakari explain the last one.
Okay, so we have the striped design, the Aztec design, which
Oh, wow.
Okay,
That's
okay.
beautiful.
and then we have the floral design. Again, these were designed by Ariane Johnson. So big shout out to her right now.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Yes, yes. So again, congratulations. What a great learning experience I'm sure that was. And thank you to the teachers and administration in supporting the students in this endeavor. And Christina, a special shout out to you for taking the initiative to form the club. If you started this as a freshman and you're a senior now, that was a long road for you to get to this point, and I applaud your tenacity and your persistence in presenting to us what you have today. That speaks volumes to your where you will be going in the future and how you will get there. And a lesson to all of you that persistence does pay off. There may be obstacles in your way, but don't give up the idea that you have. Again, congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much for bringing it to us.
Any other member of council? Mr. Whitmore, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, I echo everything that my colleagues have said up here thus far, and my addition to that is just seeing the involvement of Global Impact Academy on this level as well as other levels as well, because you've been before this body already in other levels, and we appreciate that. But as one that really enjoyed a STEAM concept that we had here in the city and watched that develop, same is going to happen with your planning aspects as well. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how beautiful it's going to look coming up and down our downtown. I think these are your prototypes, but I know it's going to be a lot bigger than that. And I heard the conversation or the request, and I'm looking forward to seeing that request come up through the ranks so that we can see what we can do as a government to encourage you, and looking forward to future endeavors as well. Thank you.
Mr. Small, we
I
get
just
it.
had one last question. I heard senior. Is everybody a senior?
No, our club is very diverse, so myself and Joshua Edmonds, we're 11th graders. Samuel is a 9th grader, and Jessica is a sophomore.
Okay, is this the entire club?
No, some members could not make it tonight.
Okay, all right, so there is a succession plan. All right, because I heard her, she created it, but since she's leaving, it'll still be going. That's what I was, yeah.
Who's vice president?
Jessica,
Okay, just figured as much. And what grade is the artist?
also 11th grade. With
11th grade, okay, great.
Well, what I was going to mention is that the love of, in this case, I'm assuming that several of you have been to botanical gardens, and obviously the love of plants and stuff like that and the functions. Coincidentally, that's a spot that me and my wife both enjoy going to. I was looking for an article I read last year, and it was talking about, it was in the Western Producer on 3/9/23, and the title of the article was called "Planters Show Promise in Research Conditions." And so it was about agricultural research firm and the impact of planters and plants in basically in community. And so if you get an opportunity, you might want to read that. It just, again, like I said, as I'm listening to the love of plants and the love of gardens, it's amazing. I want to, as many people have heard, actually, we discussed during the State of the City address, this city council in its entirety, as you've heard by several of our members tonight, the love of youth and the love of kids, and especially those that actually are participants in the growth in the marketing of our city. This is only going to add to that plight. And so I personally want to thank all of you and the instructors and the teachers and parents that support what you're doing, and just let you know that you're actually adding to what is actually a plan for us. Actually, our deputy city administrator at a regular meeting will talk about Georgia Cities Week, where you'll hear a lot of our youth, some of the activities that's actually involved with, which I believe will be basically a subsidiary almost to what you're doing right now. So again, I'm excited about what you're doing and what I believe will make a mark in our city that will be talked about for decades. So thank you so much.
And happy Earth Day.
Yes.
Yeah, it is Earth Day.
Is that it, Mr. James? That's the end of the agenda, right? Members of council, we can adjourn until our 7 o'clock meeting.
All right.
Thank you so much.